Hello everyone, Lawrence here with my first video of the new year, and today we're looking at the BenQ EX3501R. It's been on the market for quite a while now, but hey, let's have a look at it anyway. We'll start with just reading off the spec list, which I have right there. So it's a ultra-wide quad HD display, so that's 3440 by 1440p. Now what that means is the display has decent vertical room for web browsing and all that sort of stuff, but at the same time it's not so high like the 5K ultra wides that your PC probably can't even run it. So I find this to be a good resolution for these 34 and 35 inch ultra wide displays. Now it is a curved display, and obviously some people like that, some people don't like it. For TVs I'm personally against curved, but for a monitor it makes a lot of sense because it's just you in one fixed position, and so this 1800R curve really means that all the points in the display are about the same distance from your eyes, instead of like a flat panel where the extremities are further away from your eyes. And I know everyone says it makes for a more immersive feel, but it suits the gaming experience better, as we'll see later, but not in all games, again, as we'll see later. Now to help with gaming, this is a 100 Hz display, so you can put 100 FPS on there without any tearing going on. And to really help with that as well, there is AMD FreeSync, no G-Sync of course, although it could easily work if NVIDIA were to open up to that, but they don't, so FreeSync only on this panel. On the box it also says this is an HDR display, but let's be honest here for a second, it's emulated HDR, it's not real, and it's not certified in any way by any large HDR certifying body. Anyway, let's move on to the build of the monitor. I personally really like it. It's a combination of plastic and fingerprint magnet. Especially the stand is made completely out of fingerprint magnet. It's nice and shiny as long as you don't touch it, and once you do, it's impossible to get clean again. Now, the stand to me personally is a really mixed bag here. So I really like the way it looks and feels, and it's nice and sturdy and all that. It's got height adjust and it's got a bit of tilt to it, but not that much. Especially the height adjust I think is disappointing. There is like a couple of centimeters, but it's not really worth having height adjust. It's more just something they can take off the product sheet, I guess. Anyway, what really bothers me is that there's no VESA mount, so you can't swap the mounts with something else. That said though, I really do like the looks of it, and to a lot of people that is important. BenQ even includes this little vanity plates, so you can nicely tuck away all your cables, make it look super neat if, for example, people can see the rear of your monitor. So for that, it's really awesome. I think it looks great as long as you don't touch the fingerprint magnet stuff. Now with it being 2019 now, it's got a few really cool features. So for example, it's a USB-C display, but it can also just be a USB hub. So if you mount your desktop to it, you can just run a USB cable and have it as a USB hub, or you can use it with your ultra portable device, which has display over USB-C, and then it can be a display over USB-C. Now, while it comes with a massive power brick, it's only a 120 watt power brick, so it won't really charge your laptop, but you know, it's at least display over USB-C. Now luckily for us desktop people, it does have a few other display inputs as well, like HDMI and DisplayPort. Now what I find really puzzling is that it comes with that USB-C cable, it comes with a mini DisplayPort to DisplayPort cable, and it comes with a straight HDMI cable, but it doesn't come with a straight DisplayPort cable. And this is something BenQ has been doing with a lot of their monitors. I don't get it. Most graphics cards have a full-size DisplayPort on the back, so why? Anyway, that's pretty much the only things I can really complain about with this display. I've been using it for 2 weeks now, slightly more actually, and I've absolutely loved it. I picked up Far Cry 5 and pretty much went through the entire game on this monitor. It looks stunning. The colors aren't, I wouldn't say they're perfectly accurate. They're not like my SW271, like color management display, but they're really good. Screen looks beautiful, and I know a lot of you may have been thinking, oh my god, the glaring is so horrible. Keep in mind that that's 3 soft boxes aiming straight at it, so in gaming use there's definitely no glare unless you have like the sun straight at it, or like me, you're aiming light straight at the monitor. I really like the panel. It's got a good refresh rate, there's not a lot of latency, it just feels good to game on. That said though, not all games work on an ultrawide, so whether or not this is something for you really depends on the games you play. I actually play a lot of League of Legends, which is horrible on an ultra-wide because the game kind of zooms you in and you lose all that vertical real estate. And I can imagine it's like that with a lot of RTS games, so StarCraft, you'll probably have the same issue. It's more for like cinematic games, first-person shooters, third-person shooters, if they properly support it. Racing games are amazing on this thing, so Forza, love it. And what's really nice is because it's like a 35, it's vertically only slightly taller than a 27-inch display, so you can definitely use it from close by as a computer display, but it's also 35 inches in diagonal, so you can just sit back a bit further and enjoy a movie from the couch, play with a controller from the couch, that sort of stuff. So overall, I think it's really a well-rounded product, and I've definitely loved using it for the past couple of weeks. Now, obviously a display like this isn't just for gamers, so what I personally, again, really like about it is that if I'm editing video, for example, I have a 35 diagonal timeline when editing video, and then I can have my professional color work monitor on the side as like a monitor to see if it actually looks good, but you have so much real estate. It almost replaces dual 27-inch monitors, with taking up less space, especially if you do a lot of web browsing. Most websites don't support a monitor this wide, so you can easily put 2 or even 3 side by side and still get, you know, everything on there. So that's actually really nice with this one. However, again, it's probably not for all sort of users. If you need more vertical real estate and ultra widescreenness, you probably won't buy it, and that's perfectly fine. There are other options for you out there, but for the gamer who needs to do some professional work sometimes and you don't need the most accurate colors, I think this is really good. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.